Something's kinda wrong with YouTube. I have two accounts, a personal and uploading, aka this one. However, I'm kinda noticing an issue where it's, my personal's getting recommended stuff. Sure, that's what YouTube's supposed to do. However, on my posting account, aka this one, on my personal account, I'm getting recommended YouTube videos like these 10 tricks will get you instant views. And then you'll look at another channel where it's like, these settings you must do. And it's just contradicting each other. And then there's like all bunch like, this is how you become an ungodly Twitch streamer. This is how you get views instantly on Twitch. This is how you become like the face of Twitch. I'll quickly pull up a couple of examples of the channels I'm on about, and I swear to God, if I see anyone, obviously I'm unable to moderate it, but if I'm notified of any hate towards them, you are not part of my community, you may as well just consider yourself gone from it. Anyways, ignore my hair, I've just been out of the shower a while ago. So right here, let's look at these channels. I reviewed small channels and found the most common mistake. Right there, and funnily enough, the thumbnail shows terrible thumbnails. However, obviously I've gone and watched through it. However, that part of it, sure, obviously entices you to click more and find out more about what makes a bad thumbnail. However, in reality, here's what he's talking about. Sorry, as you notice in the bottom right there, time's massively skipped by an hour. I had done everything edited, I didn't like it, I'm changing it. So back to this, because that's where I kind of noticed issues. As you see by the listed points, it's basic information. I could go on ChatGPT and it could give it. I personally am not a huge fan of AI, so I don't. However, any other YouTuber, even like smaller ones, like not small, but like 1,000 subs, to tell you, do these things. Basically that advice, but in a wholehearted way, not this kind of format where it's disingenuous. You've seen there, one of the channels told to upload more. But then, like basically a month ago from that video, or 3 weeks ago at that point, a video came out saying consistency's not key. So one of the people he gave advice to upload more, he was also told by an earlier video, don't upload consistently. So that's contradictive. Here's these videos from 2 months ago, right? I'll mute this site. You'd think, nothing bad, right? 9th of April, 16th of April, 22nd of April, and the 26th. Do you know a pattern with that? If you're unaware, let's go and have a look, shall we? Okay, here we are. I'm just using this because why not? Let's go back to April, shall we? April 9th, well, here's one of them. 16th, 22nd, 26th. So, he's contradicting himself. And then in a further video, for free advice, which you have to pay for otherwise, contradicts himself again. Because all these, 9, 16, that's a week, 16th to the 22nd, that's 6 days, and then Wednesday to the Sunday, that is 4 days. So, don't be consistent. Make sure you upload more to that one guy, but don't be consistent. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It's a bit stupid to me personally. Here's another one, how to find viral video ideas. If you looked at my points earlier, he said to use known working formats, or take inspiration, sometimes even borderline theft of videos, if it's exact one-to-one. Sure, 100 days is broad, but it's like, this exact Skyblock video, this works, copy it, try make it your own. He is promoting you steal someone's idea one-to-one. Sure, it's not unique, you can't really argue it because there's so many deciding factors, however. How does he tell you find a viral video idea at 0 subs? But he tells you to use known formats. He tells you to don't upload consistently. However, he told the guy to upload consistently. Where's the consistency in your videos? Where's the consistency in how you operate? Where's that? So right here I have a channel, right? Good advice right here with how... Sorry, I'm stretching. I've just been sat down for a bit while. But yeah, how I fixed a bad Twitch stream and got viewers. Right there. So it might be... You see me stretching there. It's a bit more movement. Adds a bit more to the video. Adds a bit more to my webcam. I could do like floppy arms. It's pointless, but it adds more uniqueness to my video. Who knows, might go down in history as the guy who flapped his arms on a call-out video. Or maybe it's better lighting. As you can see right now, if I look dead on, I'll switch over to this. I look dead on. This part of my face is slightly darker than this part. Sure, I could pull back my hair a tad and try and even it out a bit, however it's not. So as you see right there, might be fix your lighting. Maybe tweak your camera settings, make it look a bit nicer. For example, right there, it auto exposes my hand, push my hand back, auto exposes to fix it. So, good advice. How to talk to nobody. Right now I'm talking to a webcam as I know what I'm recording. However, on a stream, it's in the moment. If I said something like, fuck, shh, cut, I may have my chat click off. Obviously, the reason I said them so slow is so that I could easily cut it, because I hate going through frame by frame on stuff. But no, that's the difference. I can edit out me swearing. Sure, you might only hear f, sh, k for swears, or ka, sh, fa for them, but you can piece together the rest. On stream. If I say that I have actions, I have consequences. So, good video advice. Learn how to talk to just yourself if you're brand new starting out. There's also how to moderate yourself. For example, I am sometimes a bit swear heavy. When I'm on stream, sure I might be playing an 18, however I might try and limit myself. Because I know, like probably 5 months time down the line, I might turn that into a VOD. That VOD, I'm going to need to do so much bleeping to it. How is that going to be a good look for my channel? Because YouTube's a bit more stricter when it comes to swearing back to back to back. So if I said, fuck, 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 like, I died in a game and I just said all that, obviously, I've had to edit out there. However, in a VOD, if it's during a key moment, I can't edit out. All I can do is audio, mute, audio, mute, audio, mute, audio, mute. Now, sure, I could do that, but then, how's that interesting? There might be a specific audio in the game that really needs to be heard at that point. I miss out. One of my friends during one of those bleeps could have said a funny thing or made a funny noise, which then I start laughing, but then it's confusing because it's like, I'm muted, I come back and I'm just laughing. So, good advice there. One I don't agree with is how to actually grow on Twitch, and he says, don't network. In 22, 25, I don't know about the other years, however, specifically in those 2 years, maybe the rest, he told you not to network, which means don't reach out, don't collab with others, because then you might be harming your brand. Sure. I've just dropped a lot of swears in this segment just now, but to someone else who let's start playing Minecraft. Someone who plays Minecraft might not want to collab with me, which is understandable. That's good, smart networking, because you're fitting your brand idea. Nick A30, he won't play with people who swear because he doesn't want to be associated the guy who is family friendly but plays with swearers. I sound like such a child saying that, but you kind of get my point there. However, his is just don't do it all together. Don't collab. If you're playing DBD or Dead by Daylight, you're in solo queue survivor. Don't collab with others. Don't network out. Don't grow your following, because that's not how you grow in Twitch, guys. So you think with all this advice, right, over 174 videos, some shorts on it, right? You'd be going really strong. You'd still be uploading. Let's have a look, shall we? What's this? Everything I learned as a failed Twitch streamer? From a year ago? But this guy told me how to fix a bad stream and how to talk to myself, but make sure not to network with others or turn my stream into clips of funny moments. How is this Twitch failed with all this advice? Bit weird. Right here, best webcams, right? 4K webcams. I understand that as the market evolves, 1080p is becoming standard and 4K is the new 1080p. Back in TV, it used to be 480p, then 720. 1080 was this big revolutionary thing. Now it's the standard for stuff. For example, this webcam here is 1080p. Sure, you might not notice like stuff like hair. Like, sure, you may notice tiny little frizzles, maybe on a 4K camera it's a bit more obvious. Maybe the little tiny bits of facial hair right here, which I'm gonna get rid of, will be a bit more obvious. But why should I go out, spend all my money on a 4K webcam when I have this perfectly functional 1080p one? Another guy, right? Obviously, I can keep droning on about this, however, I think I'm going to try and summarize these two as quickly as possible because they're kind of similar. They're the same to a degree. So this guy, make your webcam quality look pro. As you can see right there in the bottom left, or by the time which is kinda hidden it, you get a light bar. So you get a 4K webcam, which is a lot of money. Then you buy a light bar, which can range anywhere from your 20 quid ring lights to like 200 quid lights. Why do you need to spend all that money? It would only make sense to spend that money if you had the budget to, if you knew you were financially set that month and you're willing to go all out on your hobby of YouTube or Twitch. Sure, mine's a 1080p webcam, you'll notice some issues around the wires here maybe, you might notice my glasses, at least I do in post. I don't know how much more different it looks when it's uploaded, but yeah, my point. However, his advice does seem better. However, it's like, if stuff isn't growing, here's some advice. Webcams, microphones. Seems like he knows what he's talking about, but then it's like you click onto these, and then it's get discounts here using these codes. Sure, some of those could be just regular links straight to the Amazon link, some of those could be affiliate links. If they're affiliate links, he earns money on them. So he basically makes money off of your naiveness. Right here, same basically concept, here's what you should get. Gaming headsets you should not buy. Right here, I'll take this out. I have an IEM. So it was one of the over-ears. I prefer them. I originally had earphones, I got IEMs, and I just prefer them. Because obviously I have a bit longer hair, so I don't like how it feels when it's just pushing down, so I get IEMs. I just put my head to the side, tuck them in, that's it. However, it's like all these stuff here, like perfect budgets, so pretty good stuff, like cheap AliExpress products, maybe it's webcams, maybe it's mics, $750 setups, your light bars. I hope it doesn't include like the actual, I hope the PC is just like a standard PC. However, oh wait, no way, it's actually like a full-on setup. I've not clicked through these. Please tell me you're joking, right? Oh my god, no. No. No, I just realized this. This guy bought an entire setup for 217. That's gonna be a workstation laptop, I mean a PC. So if you play lightweight games, you might be able to stream them like full quality. However, oh my god, that is like shocking. Sure, this is better, like shows you cheap microphones. Showing honestly 199 there as a webcam is the cheap option. That's terrible. This makes more sense, like $18, that is a cheap webcam. This one here, secondhand, I got it for 15. Sure, full price it's so much more, but significantly cheap. Right there makes a bit more sense. 23 is a bit of money, but still quite cheap. And that actually scales up correctly. 119 right here, that's not cheap. 349, that should be in black. That's like you already have a successful channel, you're wanting to expand further. Like, that should not be, like, I think this guy, he's got a good foundation, he's got everything there. But don't watch some of his videos until you're a big creator, like you are self-sufficient. Either you can work a job, you can do this as an expensive hobby, like me and cameras. Like this is, sure it's an older camera, 2010s, bit older but still quite expensive. I understand photography, I like photography, so I'm willing to spend a bit more on that. All this setup here, sure it's a bit cheaper, but I understand the costs of it. It's the same as photography, I do them both as a hobby, so it's not like I'm spending insane amounts of money towards it, I'm just spending what I want within a reasonable sense. Sure, this is my second camera, my original was a Sony A230, but I felt it was a reasonable time to upgrade after so long of having it. So, good channel, recommended stuff, only after you're a creator who's willing to spend the money on the hobby, or you're self-sufficient off YouTube. Don't recommend it before. Thanks for just hearing me ramble. It is just really irritating the fact that you have channels like the first one with 8 subs that gives you advice that you have to pay for, and all they have is 8 videos to show for it, and they give you basic advice as you've seen by my thing. Or you have a channel which offers you Twitch advice, however they stopped streaming over a year ago because it failed. And then you have another channel which offers you advice on how to make your setup looking good. I've not seen too much on him, however he does seem a bit better and less kind of disingenuous. And the other one, the last one I've shown, he does seem to be really good, but only if you're willing to spend the money and you understand the cost of it all and like how it can affect you, like financially. I mean, with that, thanks so much for watching, thanks for hearing me out. Hope you have a great day, and hopefully see you again sometime soon.